Greetings, YouTube. Happy Saturday. I had two ideas for two separate videos, and then I said, screw it. I'm going to put them both in this video. So, thanks for clicking on this video, by the way. Happy spring cleaning weekend. You know, I have heard from so many of you, and the crazy thing is I haven't even had time to really go through my line messages in 24 hours. My weekend is going to be crazy. Today is probably going to be spent largely looking at things like line messages. But the spring cleaning event is historic for so many reasons. Yesterday I detailed, the good and the bad. I will say, I love hearing from all sides of issues, and I do think there's more justifiable anger for cutting corners to get the rarest item in the game, essentially the 6-star generic Awakening Gem, which is essentially a generic when you can choose the class, because you still have as much control over that to target a specific champion as you would a generic. But I don't think there's as much justified outrage for the introduction of Tier 3 alphas and Tier 6 basics, because what did you expect the game to do? It's not like they're putting fully formed ones in the game right now. They're just letting you know that they're starting to go in that direction, and it takes 3 fully formed Tier 3 and 3 fully formed Tier 6 to take a 6-star to rank 4. And the people at the very top, like the ones who maybe not only spend the most, but also have the best rosters, they've got 30 plus rank 3 6-stars, the kind of thing that the average player just cannot comprehend. And so those players are bored as hell. And some of them are already retiring because of their boredom. And so if Kabam doesn't look to cater at some point to progressing the top 1% of the player base, then they're going to lose the top 1% of the player base. And maybe they already have lost it in a decent chunk. So I appreciate that even though Kabam introduced these, it was not anything close to a fully formed. So yeah, they're now in an arms race for rank 4 6-stars. I continue to implore you all to not get in that arms race, to keep ranking up 5 stars, keep ranking up 6 stars, and just rank 2 or even rank 3. 6 stars are great, but shoot, I cannot say it's enough until they stop allowing 5 stars into certain content, and I'm sure maybe at some point they will. 5 stars are as amazing, if not more amazing, than 6 stars, because it's so much easier to max sig 5 stars. It's like a joke how easy it is to compare to the rarity of 6-star 6 stars. Okay, so that's point number 1. But point number 2, and this is something that is the focus of the title of this video, is the spring cleaning event is different from July 4th or Cyber Weekend in that because you get this doubloon sort of side quest kind of currency, you don't actually need to spend any of the units this weekend that you accumulate through these offers. Now, this is the Marvel Casino of Champions for a reason. I have seen so many summoners who cannot hoard units, that they spend them as fast as they get them, and they're usually on Cavalier crystals or featured Cavalier crystals, but I've even seen it with Grandmaster crystals, and most of the time you're gonna get trash. And somebody's gonna come, and I just spent 9,000 units on Cavalier crystals and didn't get a single 6-star, or I got 2 6-stars and it was Groot and Beast. And so, yeah, you're playing the Marvel Casino of Champions game at that point. You're allowing RNGesus to turn into RNJudas and betray you. So I'm going to challenge those of you who haven't spent your units yet to do something that maybe you haven't done yet. And that is to just ignore them. Ignore them for when the next new featured champions come out, unless it's somebody like Apocalypse that's so OP that you can't help it. But even then, you're going to have a better chance, statistically speaking, of getting them when they're the sub-featured champion and the featured champion. But use this experience, this opportunity, for a chance to get a head start on hoarding units for July 4th. Because we know that day, unlike Spring Cleaning Day, you will have unit-based offers. This is why free-to-play players get a lot more excited about that than, say, the Spring Cleaning event, which limits you now to the 27,000 free minted doubloons that you get for logging in, and also the 45,000-ish minted doubloons that you get for grinding in the arena and getting up to 2 million arena points. So this is my call to the community. If you have the self-control, or you can learn to develop the self-control, and that is to spend your units in July. And I get it's April, right? You're less than, but still technically 3 months away from July 4th. But to have 1,000 or 5,000 or even 10,000 plus units already stashed for July 4th, you're going to just be so thankful, especially if you're a conservative spender or a free-to-play player. And I guess I shouldn't say free-to-play player, because this message for free-to-play players is about just starting to hoard units right now from the arena and event quests, because you can't purchase any of these items. It's obviously the definition of a non-free-to-play player purchase, but it's still a great time to think about it. And I'm getting questions from free-to-play players now, like, Prof, when should I start hoarding for July 4th? Yesterday? Because it's going to take at least 15,000 units to purchase everything, and if last year's any indication, it's going to probably cost 18,000. And we've seen in the past cost as much as 21,000. So you can never have too many units for July 4th, and that is my call to action for this Saturday. And so yes, the July 4th strategy. I know it's easier said than done, trust me, but saving your units now will give you such a fantastic opportunity to once again have a chance to do what everybody wants to do, and that's save as much money as possible when you spend these units. So there you have it, YouTube. That is my rant for this Saturday morning/evening, depending on what time you click on this video. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody has had some luck with the crystals that they've opened. Obviously, it's still a gamble, but yeah, I'll be doing a compilation video at some point next week, but I haven't even started that yet because it is simply going to be a lot of work.